What up, ladies and gentlemen? Matt Alonzo here. We're here with one of the few visual artists who really saved my freaking butt on this project. Yeah, you came through. You came through in the clutch, and I sincerely appreciate it. And one of the things that we talked about early on was being able to do this and really kind of just pick your brain a little bit once the chaos was over with. And like I said, I really appreciate it. You were quick. You were on it. Way faster than I actually was. I was just kind of in a daze. I thought I had only like a limited amount of time, but then once I saw your stuff and I got a bunch of ideas, and then I'm like, man, it can't just be. I'm like, and I didn't want to ask everybody to because everybody, like, you already killed it. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Like,
wow.
Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, that's like,
yeah.
I'm already exceeding my boundaries right here. So like, let me step up and I just knew nothing. I didn't really know how to do a lot of these things. So I had to like fucking watch tutorials and figure it out, which was fine, but not at the end of a deadline. So you like really raised my bar up, and I was like, oh yeah. Like, I think I went through I made a little behind the scenes before and after. Split screens, and you have like 45 seconds or roughly about that. And I was like, yo, there can't be like 45 seconds of just fire. And then like the other stuff is like, my footage is cool, but it wasn't like,
oh yeah.
Like I gotta go up. So it ended up being like 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, I mean, your footage was awesome. When I saw it originally, like the completely no VFX, I thought it was cool how it was. But yeah, I hear you on the spice it up,
Yeah, I'm just not a visual effects artist. I do everything in Premiere. I don't use After Effects at all, really.
Yeah.
And I can do stuff. I have to kind of watch tutorials. I like learn it,
Right.
And then the hard part was like trying to like say what I wanted or like speak it out in like really fast. But you guys just like nailed it. You know what I mean? Like you nailed it. And then I started kind of doing some stuff, and really like everybody, like you and the other two visual artists, they just had like the blank, and they asked me, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, just some cool stuff,
Yeah.
So, what made you like, well, first I have a couple questions for you. Like, how long have you been a filmmaker, I guess?
So filmmaker, it would have been almost easier if you asked me how long have I been doing VFX, but filmmaker is obviously more of general question. I'm 17 currently, so I'm.
What the?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I'm in high school. I just graduated this year. So I'm gonna be a senior this upcoming year.
Wow.
But so I'm 17, so obviously I haven't, been alive that long, so I haven't had that long to really do it. But I'd say I've always been into it, that type of stuff ever since I was like maybe 7 or 8. I got into like that. I thought that stuff was cool. Obviously, I couldn't do anything because I was young, but then I started buying equipment, really bad equipment, and when I was maybe like 13, I started using different stuff on the computer, and no Premiere or anything at that time, but it really just progressed from there. And
what software were you using?
Huh?
What software were you using?
Back in the day?
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. I used to do it on my phone when I was young, and now I do it on my computer. And yeah, so ever since then.
I didn't know you were that young. I didn't know you were that young. One time for the. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's a cool project for like, I really appreciate you obviously doing it. It's freaking amazing.
Thanks.
But also, like, must be kind of cool. I wish I had my high school stuff was garbage, man.
Well, I look at a lot of my stuff and I don't like it, especially stuff I look back on, but whatever. What can you do? You always get better, so.
You won't like it for a little bit, and then like a couple of years will go by, and then you'll be like, yo, that was actually pretty cool. Like once that stage, I look at some of my stuff, I'm like, I hate everything, and then eventually I'm like, that was all right.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Let's take a look at some of this stuff one more time for the age.
Yeah, man.
Head of the game, dude. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I love the young filmmakers. I want to be a teacher eventually, but I just I love the young juice. I love you guys, like,
Yeah.
just the whole grind.
Yeah. I'm all self-taught too. We were kind of touching back on that. I'm pretty much
Crazy.
all self-taught, man.
So how'd you learn After Effects? Just kind of filming and just like tutorials, or?
Yeah, After Effects and Premiere actually. I mean, obviously Premiere is easier, but After Effects, when I got it, maybe 2 years ago, I started using it. Obviously, lots of YouTube tutorials, stuff like that, researching. But other than that, I can't lie. I'm all self-taught. Just messing around, just messing around, seeing what each tool does, and just research.
Absolutely. That's crazy. I mean, that's congrats to you, man. Hats
Thanks,
off to you.
man.
So most of this stuff that you did for this video, was it in, because you said Premiere over After Effects. I mean, I don't really use After Effects at all, but the stuff that you sent, was that in Premiere or After Effects?
The stuff that I did was all After Effects. It was all After
Okay.
Effects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like, all right. So let's see. How do I screen share? Forgive me. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. It says one participant can share at a time. Okay. So can I share? Okay. Perfect. All right. Boom. Okay.
There we go.
Cool. All right. So this was the I want to show kind of like the levels. So this was like edit 1, right? This is like the one I sent you. It was like whatever.
Right.
Nothing on it. I thought it was cool, but like they were like, yo, this is whack. Because they
The label?
Not the label, but Demrick and Dizzy. I mean, those are like my really good friends. Demrick I've known for 11 years. Dizzy I've known for like 7. And this was like the lead single of their album coming out, around the time their album was coming out. So they really needed something that was going to be like cool, fun, and really wow,
Yeah, just the pop, pop.
And this is cool, but like this is like Matt Alonzo, like just kind of like just regular. Like they're like, yo, what up? So I'm like, I don't know what up. And thankfully, so this is kind of like I did this. This is because you sent me these are your test files too, yeah?
Did I send those? Yeah. So yep, those are the
I ended up actually using a couple of these ones, and I just had to crop these out because some of these, that one I used the purple hair one actually. Yep. That one I was like, yo, that's so fire. But like I said, I was kind of already back against the wall, and like I didn't want to ask for anything more, so I just cropped off the time code, and I just used the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
wow,
I never had the raw, the high res of this file.
Oh wow. I forgot about that because I forgot that I only did the purple hair for that. Forgot about that.
These ones are all. That one, I actually didn't even see that till. Yeah, that one right there. That one was like so fire, dude. So fire. But okay, so this one's cool. So this one here. Okay, so right here, these are. Let's see if I can make this bigger. These are all. Well, not all, but these are the ones you sent me on the timeline.
Yep.
So this is kind of
crazy.
What it looked like before, and then the magic you did here. And the thing was that obviously my edit changed a little bit as I was kind of going in. I kind of sent it to you thinking like I was gonna have no more time, and then I kind of was like, oh, I need a little bit more time. So some of my shots changed, but like these shots, I was trying to actually key out your outline. I actually tried to do it. I tried to do it, but I was like, how is this guy doing it? I was going to call you like at 3 in the morning one night. I was like, how does this guy do this thing? Because I was trying to draw it out, and I couldn't do it. And the shot that I had a couple lyrics in there, and I wanted to use your outline, but I was like, how do I do that? I had no clue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I had no
clue.
You
could have. You're 3 hours behind me, so if you called me, I might have answered.
Yeah, it'd have been 5, huh?
Yeah, I'm in Boston, the Boston area.
So that's just the outline with the paint or pen?
Yeah, so it's pretty simple, that glow stuff. It's in After Effects, and all you do is you just use the paint tool, and you go frame by frame. You have to choose the option single frame, and then you can scrub by frame, and that's how you can kind of animate it to move around. And I kind of like, because it's not perfect, because you can't draw the same perfect line every time with that method, but that's kind of what I what I was trying to show off to you, and I thought it was cool. It was kind of hand drawn, little rough.
Absolutely, I loved it. I
So
loved
yeah,
it.
that was just all frame by frame, and then I add a glow effect as well to make it glow, obviously.
Yep, yep. I couldn't figure it out. I was
Yeah.
like, how is this guy doing this one? And everyone loved these things. We're like, dude, why didn't you do these the whole time? I'm like, because I didn't do them.
I'm glad that people liked them. To be honest with you,
And what is
that's
that?
cool.
I mean, you had to obviously crop that out frame by frame and just put a mask over it?
Yes and no. So in After Effects, I don't know if you're familiar with the Mocha plugin. It comes with After Effects comes with it. So it's tracking. And what I did was pretty much here. So you got to pause. So pretty much masked around his eyes. I tried to get it to be as accurate as possible. Just I kind of did it around his pupils because there's some contrast between the dark pupil of his eyes and his eyelid, which that's how tracking is from
That's what you
contrast.
tracked on?
Yeah, so I tracked his eyes, and then
Like the little white dots, or you said between, yeah, right? The little
no,
white.
it's just shape of his eye, the shape of his eye.
Oh, got it.
And
Got
then
it.
I applied that as a mask onto another layer, which then I obviously cut out, and I had a red solid underneath it. And then to make it kind of get that glow effect, I duplicated that layer and took the mask again, and pretty much I used mask expansion, blew it up, and then that looked, stupid. But then I feathered it a lot, so then it kind of, so that's how I got it to glow like that.
And that just came boom, like to your mind as you were doing it.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I did, it just comes to me sometimes. Like
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah.
I totally understand it. Like once you understand the certain layers, then you're like, you can
Oh,
pretty much
absolutely.
improvise.
Absolutely.
That looks freaking crazy,
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. And
And
then there was some rotoscoping involved too, because sometimes a hand goes in front of his eyes, and
Yeah, yep. But see, and I knew I knew all this was a lot of work, but I don't think a lot of people would have thought you got the glow like that. And I think it's really dope the way that you like just improvise, boom, and like your brain just, just since you got used to like knowing what the tools and knowing what layers are, then you know how to do something, even though maybe it's not the right way or like the way it's supposed to be, which doesn't
right,
really
yeah,
matter. Doesn't really matter. That's irrelevant. But like,
yeah.
it gets the job done. The same thing with me. I mean, I used to be the same way with Final Cut 7 back like when you were a little guy, like way back in the day. But it's super dope, man. It's super dope the way your brain works and just like moves, like boom.
Yeah, I mean,
This
hey,
was fire too. I don't know how you did this stuff.
oh, thanks, man. That's my favorite one, to be honest with you.
That's similar to what you just said, or no? I don't know how you.
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar in a way. It involves masking, so it's similar in that. Obviously, you can't really track, not smoke in general, but any type of gas. It's not, like hard edges.
Yeah.
So you can't really track.
Mask like this.
Yeah, so pretty much from that frame, to use an example, right? So I pretty much masked it out, animated the mask, and softened it and expanded it a little bit because it wasn't perfect. And then feathered it a lot because obviously gases aren't hard edges. And then what I did is I put a tint on there, and I tinted it pinkish, whatever color that is.
Yep.
And then I put a glow, because then I looked at it and I'm like, that's cool, it's pink, but what if it looked like magic, or like just had something else to it? So I put on a glow effect. I really like glow effects, if you can't tell.
Yeah, no, I'm like, we have the same mind, man. I really like your style.
So I made it glow. I used the I set dark matte to that purplish color, I believe, and it kind of automatically set the edges like that. And it was a lot of just kind of tweaking the little settings and numbers to get it that perfect look that I wanted, which ended up coming out as that.
Yeah, super
that
fire.
color. So that was that was a very simple process, but I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. It just takes it up just to the next level. Like that's what really sells, the video.
Yeah.
And these guys here, these shots actually were all out of focus. I'm sure you noticed as we were going through there.
I thought they were cool though. I actually thought those were really cool shots.
Oh, thanks. I was actually really questioning them, and to be honest, I didn't have much of much help as far as like opinion-wise editing. So I was like, I
You know,
used
I
some.
think that it's really interesting because you can't see anything except for this one light, and the way you tilt it almost kind of looks like he's walking up a hill. I think
Yeah,
it's
that's what I was trying to go for, but like I wasn't sure if people got that, and so I was like, and then I don't know, I was just questioning it, but I
yeah.
did use some of them. I did use some of them, but
Yeah, well,
these
I got it. I thought it was cool.
I should have asked you your thoughts like early on.
No problem. Anything you want to ask me, anytime, you have my number now, so hit
Absolutely,
me up for anything, man.
absolutely. And girls, please do not use his number. Keep it open for visual effects. He's
Only.
only fans only. His fans only. You can go to his fans only. You're gonna go to college? Or are you gonna just jump right into filmmaking? Or you have what's the?
Yeah, well, next, I got a full year left in high school.
Oh man, oh man, gotta give you another one of these.
Thanks, man. I love that you have the soundboard ready, by the way.
Oh man, I have all of them ready, but I always do it on my live. I always have all kinds of them.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's funny. So I don't know. I'm looking at a lot of colleges. I found a couple that I really like for filmmaking in general, and then also VFX, because I'm also like I've always loved all types of just anything in the industry. I'd honestly go into anything.
I mean,
Shooting.
visual effects is actually a really, I mean, it's something that's never not needed.
Yeah.
It's not too oversaturated. I would say like not like everything else, obviously, but it's definitely something that can. I mean, I know a lot of VFX artists who were VFX artists, now they're directors. And I know some VFX artists who now have companies and have, 15 people working for them and
Yeah.
do, visual effects for, it's definitely a lane that's like not wide open, but more open and like very, very needed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of leaning more towards VFX, but I'd honestly go into really anything. I love it all. So I found a couple of good colleges I'm looking more into. I'm still searching.
Take
But
your
if I
time.
had the opportunity to somehow take my path from high school, I just might do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, save you the debt like I have
Right.
3 years of school, and then I mean, you can find some sort of like seminars, things like that. Those are what I'd advise. This right here was freaking. I tried this for like 3 nights, and I was like, and I mean, I understood how you did it, but I was like, and I can't assume you were as patient as like I wasn't, but maybe you were. Or maybe you know some faster ways, because like I was trying to, and I'm like, I really got to do this thing the whole time, and then.
Yeah, faster ways to do that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think because you just said it. It's obviously just a mask and
But you did that a manual mask, right? Because there's no color separation for me to like, because like sometimes there'll be some sort of separation or something,
right.
but there's nothing there.
So that's what I was worried about. It's just a really dark room in general, and also his hat is black, so obviously you got to get the hat in there. So I was like, how am I going to track this? So obviously you could absolutely do it manually, but I actually tried tracking it in Mocha, and surprisingly, it worked pretty well. I had to handcraft it on a lot of the frames, but it worked pretty well. I don't know.
And what'd you do? What did you track?
His head, just everything that you see expanded there. I just, chin up and around his ears to his head.
I haven't used Mocha I gotta use Mocha that way. I did start towards the end of like the edit. I watched a tutorial about how to do the shapes in Mocha and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me try this. I tried it once and I was like, oh, forget this, taking too long.
Yeah.
So wait,
Mocha's cool.
You did the matte and the track almost as the same, and then you just enlarged it, or you did a track first or a matte first and then track.
Well, I tracked first in Mocha, and then so here's the cool thing about Mocha is that you can take the tracking data, and obviously, if I want to put something on my nose and I track my nose, I can take that data and apply it to a layer that I want to attach to my nose. But you can also take that tracking data of the actual thing that you drew around the object, in this case the head, and you can apply that to a mask on a layer that you want. So I did that. I applied it as a mask, and then I just duplicated the layer and expanded it, and then I had to tweak the anchor point.
Yeah.
Because as you can imagine, the anchor point was a little all over the place.
I
So
tried it. I tried it. I tried it, and I was like, gosh, darn it.
yeah. But
You
other
just,
than that, another simple effect here. This,
it's awesome. And this is one that they really were trying to like tell me about, like big heads, and I'm like,
yeah.
dude, we didn't shoot for big heads. Like it's so dark. It's like so dark, and you have black hair. He has a dark hat on. Like rarely is the whole back illuminated, you know?
Right. And usually
Yeah.
that stuff you'd want to do a green screen, but I think it worked well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I try to stay away from green screen as much as possible. Even a white background would have been awesome because there's like he's so dark skinned, and Demrick has enough outline that he would have been cool. Actually, I did a video with Demrick. My first music video I ever did with Demrick is with Exhibit and Demrick. We did it on a white cyc, and it's all cartoon. I did everything cartoon, and I just
Cool.
all I did was color key the white out, and then everything else actually stayed. And I did a little bit of an outline around their edges and in the white cyc, and it actually ended up taking it all out. And I was able to put animate everything behind them. This was like 13 years ago. It's actually pretty cool.
Oh wow.
But white background is okay. Black background like this, like what do you mat out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right, and there's really not a lot of lighting either too. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And if I would have known, like if we would have been more, even if I would have been more detailed on my end, I would have been like, here's like 15 shots, and I would have up the contrast or up the color so that these shots we would have had at least as much as possible. But that didn't happen, and you killed it anyways.
I mean, I have to be honest. When I was looking at it, I'm like, all right, well, I know what I have to do. And then I was like, I gotta admit, I was pretty nervous because I was like, I don't see a lot of data that I can work with. But then I tried it, and I don't know if it was like the style you shot it or the type of recording. I don't know what type of recording you did, if it was AVI or MP4. I don't remember. But whatever it was, for some reason it was working. Obviously, you can always do it manual if it never works automatically, but it was working genuinely automatically. I had to step in and manually do a bunch of things, but overall it went pretty well for some reason. So,
dude, one more for you, dude. Dude, I gotta give them to you, dude. Because like this is something that like, okay, as I'm seeing your stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, this is dope. I can do this, and like I could do it, but that wasn't the thing. It was like, how long? And like after like an hour or two, because I'm really not that savvy in there, so I'm like, forget this. So like I actually retried. I tried to recreate a few of these things, and in a few days, given that I haven't been in there for long, After Effects for 5 years, but still I was like, yo, I'm over this. So the fact that you were able to do it quickly, or do it as be patient and be artistic. I commend you.
Thanks.
Because like
I tried to do as fast as I could without rushing and having
for
that's
sure.
Thing too.
I love this, dude. It's so dope though. Like it's so cool.
Thanks.
It's so cool. It's it's not simple. It looks simple, but it's not that simple. Okay, let's give credit, right? But it's pretty funny. It's pretty cool though.
It is funny, yeah.
I really like that a lot.
Thanks.
A lot.
This is, a lot of the stuff that I did for this video was a lot of just drawing, and like right here was all drawing. That was I really enjoyed doing that one. And masking, which is more on the simpler side of stuff that I do. I'm doing a project right now, actually not currently, but I'm currently working on a project with another guy, Alicios Production, or I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'll be posting that when it's done, maybe in a couple of weeks, and it's all within Blender. So that stuff is pretty hard. This, a lot of this was more of the simple type of editing that I do. It was still very hard, but lots of masking, which I haven't done in a while. So it was kind of good to get back to that. This was cool too. This hand.
Hell yeah. You look like a straight like vampire, like zombie apocalypse, and like his mouth, he's like
Yeah. That was a good shot, by the way.
Thanks. I really like this. It was super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, I tried to make it so it was normal, and then once he passed his hand, it was like.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that right there. I was like, I'm pretty detailed. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I see your flow. I really.
Yeah, thanks. Same process on that too. Just obviously rotoscoping his hand.
Yeah, and I love this. And I was like trying to, cause like this color too, like I gave you like one that was like a little colored, I think. And I was like
Yep.
trying to get that basically the outline of his hand so I could put it in my edit without having all the rest of this stuff.
Mhm.
So I tried to key out the turquoise, but there's so much turquoise in there.
That probably, yeah, that probably didn't go well.
Yeah, no, it didn't go well at all. It didn't go well at all. And I was like, man, I ended up taking the shot out completely. Like I changed the edit. I was like, man, I wish I would, but like, you know, like the ideas were fine.
This is yeah, that was a funny one too.
Dude, it's so funny. It's
Yeah.
so funny. And he kind of like jumping. He looks like I mean, for me, he looks like a little kid. Like it's like one of my best friends. Like imagine like one of your best friends, like, and his head's all big and he's rapping. Like that's what I see. So like I love it, you know.
Good idea by them though too. By the way, the big head. I think that's a funny idea. It's original.
Yeah, for sure. It just fits with their vibe, you know. We just wanted to make it not very serious, you know.
That's awesome. Yeah.
These outlines on the shoes were fire. Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite. I like this one. This I think is my favorite smoke one. I really like this one.
I was a little worried about that one.
Ah, dude, I love the way it looks though. I mean, I don't like. Obviously, everything here was like cartoon. It was like over the top. It was like like it wasn't supposed to be, you know, it wasn't supposed to be 300 or like Lord of the Rings or some.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be really, really gimmicky, really like playful, funny, kind of like, you know, over the top. And like I don't know, this one just like it's fire. I don't know. I tried to do it again, but it couldn't do it, man. But now I know what you.
I tried to do it for the smoke. I tried to do that for all the smoke that was like the big clouds. I tried to do it for all that. So.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
And the cartoony theme was awesome, and Alessandro did an amazing job with his graphics there. That really stepped up the whole cartoony vibe.
Yeah, he did a lot of like
he did a great job, and so did Creature. Shout out to them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you guys did about, I would say like 35%. The rest of it, I had to learn on my own.
Yeah.
I had to learn on my own. But all you guys gave me crazy ideas, and then I just that's kind of the hardest part, obviously.
Yeah.
And then like sparking something, like seeing this, and then like an idea that maybe it will be left lane and won't even like how'd you get that idea from this? But it really does happen, and I'm sure it does for you as well.
You said it. I mean, you said it. It just, I mean, especially since when we talked early on in the project, and you were just kind of, we just want to spice it up. Like I was like, all right, you know, what exactly do you want? Because obviously I want to deliver, you know, whatever you want. Right?
Absolutely.
And you just said, like, they don't really know. The big heads was one, and just anything to spice it up. So I'm like, all right, well, I got to do the big heads, and then I'm gonna just take it from there. Oh, that was another one too. The sweatshirt color change, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually I took that and I just ran with that like crazy. If you notice, like pretty much throughout every other Disney shot. Let's see. I can.
I don't think I did it for this scene.
Oh yeah, I can't actually tell because I have the effect on there.
Oh,
I just keyed out the color and then just a color change, real like super simple.
Yeah.
That was your idea. I just spinned it like 10 times more. Yeah, I think I did pretty much whatever ones, and then so that was Creatures right there. So like it was cool because like so Creature did that move, like boom. I did all the like cartoon graphics, all the text.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But so Creature did like this, the VHS.
Yeah.
And then boom, the red eyes. Cool. It was super cool. I did all this stuff. And then he did like the.
Did you do the ground on the bottom there, or was that?
Yeah, all that was an overlay.
Oh, you just got
yeah, if you notice, like it's kind of bad. Like it's not even like that really that good. It's just
I thought it was great.
Thanks. It was, but it was just like fast. So it was really just like an overlay of a ground breaking I got off YouTube.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every shot in this thing is like
so
3
fast,
seconds, 5 seconds. So like it just needs to kind of like meet the eye, and then you know what I mean. If we were to
I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean you're looking at it all so fast that Yeah.
So I did all this easy stuff, and this stuff is really easy for me. This is just regular editing for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then boom.
Did you do that in Premiere?
Yeah, all this stuff I did in Premiere.
Cool.
All that I did in Premiere. So then so what I did for your clip here is I took your clip, and then I just obviously changed I keyed out the color of the background, added the glow, and then added all.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I really like that. By the way, the key, the green, and I was wondering if you did that or the other guys did that.
Yeah, I just needed something to change it up in there. So I keyed it out sometimes. Sometimes I would put like a visual, like a VHS glitch in there. I did pretty much all this stuff. So then I took yours again right there. See if you notice his
Yeah.
Yep. That was
Good.
all yours. I did all the cups, all this stuff I did.
Nice.
It was pretty easy. I mean, if you notice, it's actually pretty bad. Like, look at the hand. Like, it's
well,
pretty.
That's the whole theme, though, and I think
and you can't see it, you know.
Yeah.
And I made this. I just got a mock-up of a bus. Made that really quick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You did a lot more of this type of work than I thought.
I did all this stuff. I did all this stuff, all this.
So you did a lot of the animating for the little pictures. I wasn't sure who did that.
I did all this stuff. Creature did that little 360 thing.
Nice.
And then I did pretty much all this stuff. Actually, pretty much his whole verse. Oh, what's his name? Did those Alessandro?
Yeah, that's yeah.
He did the scribbles. Those things were so fire.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I got a text to match it.
Oh, nice.
At first I didn't like it, but then I ended up using a part. But he ended up saying God's plan or something, and I took a part from the beginning and I put it in there. So it actually worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. That's kind of the same process as I was doing, but I'm sure he probably had one of those pen things. You can get this cool equipment for that stuff.
I bet. Yeah, I did all this stuff.
Nice.
Just the scribble stuff.
That was cool too. The scribble. He does good with that.
He does super good.
I'm sure.
All these were just overlays. I just got a bunch of overlays that had a black background. I just I have like 5 terabytes worth of overlays, crap, all that type of stuff, you know.
Oh, okay. Who did that?
He did what was his name?
Alessandro.
Yep,
he did. Pronouncing that right.
Yep, he did anything with the sketches in there.
Yeah, that came out awesome. And did you put the overlay of the smoke there?
That was him. That was all him. If you notice, like, see right here, there's no overlay. That's just his right there, you know.
Yeah. I'm not even looking at the time.
Yeah, and I did all this stuff. Anything else after that? All this stuff. But yeah, he did all like that one too.
He did a great job, and so did Creature. Like I can't say it enough.
Yeah, and then I just took you guys up to the next. Like Creature did this right here, this background.
That's awesome. I
have no, I guess he matted them out and did, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if he did a freeze frame thing, because you might be able to do something with a freeze frame. I was wondering how they did that too. When I was watching the full video, I've never seen that before the actual video came out, and I'm like, how did they do? I'm thinking something with a freeze frame, like they did in that Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I can ask him, but
yeah, actually, I'm gonna do one with him too.
Awesome.
So he can show.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that. I'd love to. I mean, there's a million ways to do stuff like this. You know?
Absolutely. Like the way I do stuff is like the easiest way possible. Like everything I said here is overlays, or I'll download like the cups were just Google cartoon cup, and then I just brought it in Photoshop, cut out the white outline.
Yeah.
That was it. Pretty easy.
Looks great though. Matches the cartoony style as well.
Yeah, everything was just and then I just got all the cartoon overlays.
Yeah.
That was pretty much.
We should do like an Instagram live with Creature and Alessandro or something. I'd love to talk to them.
I know. Can we do it? Can we do all of us?
On the Zoom, we can. On Instagram, I don't know. On Instagram, it might be two people only, but on Zoom, we can do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll set that up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to talk to them a little bit and ask them some stuff too.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
But like there was a way that it all came together. Whoa, Jesus, jeez, Louise was crazy.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like I said, man, these were crazy. But like these were the test ones, and I was like, dude, do I ask him? I was like, nah. I'm like, I can't be out here. Like, I'm like, if you had a budget for it and everything, like for sure, I totally
No,
understand.
don't worry. I mean, I know you didn't know how old I was at the time, but
Even though it doesn't even matter your age. Obviously, like it's super. I
right.
think it's super cool. Like, dude, that's super dope. Like, how awesome for you. But like, that doesn't like if there was a budget, we pay. Like, I pay. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah, I
wasn't
understand.
supposed to be like that. And I was like, yo, like if anybody can help me, freaking amazing, and I'll do whatever I can. You know?
No, I love the fact that I could just work on a project with you. I mean, anybody in the industry. I don't mean to, make you blush, but anybody in the film industry knows your name.
Appreciate it.
You're one of the biggest names for music videos. You know what I mean? And you work for some of the biggest names in the music industry. So I was like, holy! And so I saw you posted a while ago, right? This is how it all started. And you're like, the effect artist hit me up. So I'm like, he's not gonna want me. But then I'm like, you know what? Worst he can say is no, right? So I did it, and then you're like, yeah, let's see some samples. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, no way. So then I tried it. I'm like, all right, fingers crossed he likes it. And then you liked it, and so I freaked out even more because I'm like, this,
Yeah.
I'm 17, so then it was, you had to do a lot of editing and stuff. And so you got back to me and I did the stuff and I was just freaking out and just waiting for it to drop. And then when I looked at it the other day when it dropped and I was like, yeah, exactly, right?
Oh, that's how it, dude. That's how it goes, man. Like I remember being in that position, like exactly the same. And like everyone, like there's a collection of people who now are like, don't do free work or don't do cheap work. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. Like I would have never got my start. I mean, this is me personally. I'm not telling anybody or anybody to do what I did. If you want to, great. But I did years of like free or cheap or like just to get the thing that blew me up was a Lil Wayne concert. I did absolutely free. And like, I begged them to let me shoot. You know what I mean? I took it home, edited it that night, like, but it was free. There was no payment. If anything, I paid to like get there and come back and like, but that's what I would have never got my
name sometimes. Yeah. That's what it takes. So yeah, no, I heard all about that. I don't know if you told me about that in an email or if I saw it on your website or something, but I heard all about that story. So that's awesome. And you worked with Lil Wayne multiple times after, correct?
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's really like, I mean, like 6 months after that, I built one of the biggest YouTube channels, and I was shooting Game and Travis Barker and Turn My Swag On and New Boys, You're a Jerk, and all those like. But it would have never happened if it wasn't for that. But I know that feeling of like, oh shoot, and then DJ Ski Tech emailed me. I'm like, really, is this him? And then they're like, Game's like looking at my reel. I'm like, my reel sucks, and like, but like,
right, yeah,
but like that excitement is like, it's
right.
fire, dude. And you killed it, bro. You freaking killed it, man. Not only did you kill it, but you also like lit my brain, which was like even equal, if not, I mean, personally, even more fire for me, because it's like not many people can do that. So if you can stimulate me, like, and then I feel like I have to raise to your level. It's like having to like do a verse and then being like, and then hearing like you, like Eminem on the verse and being like, or Kendrick on the verse and being like, nah, I need to go back in the studio and re-record my verse.
I know what you mean. Yeah. No, I appreciate all the compliments. It's really, coming from you, that's amazing. So, and I didn't really get a chance, but I want to thank you obviously for just the opportunity for working on something this big. I mean, hopefully it's, going up from here. I mean, this is
absolutely
the opportunity of a lifetime at my age. So I'll
keep you in mind for anything that I have coming up. Anybody who obviously references or needs references, I'll definitely send
yeah
them.
That would, like, references in general, like, you have no idea how much or maybe you do, but
no, I do I absolutely do. And all I can do is send people along, or that's all I can do. And anything I have
is great. So
anything I have, and then also anything that you have, any questions about treatments, the video pitches, emails, like anything you have ever a question about, dude. Like, you have my phone number, you have my email.
Yeah, that's cool to hear. So obviously, I don't want to bother you, but I'll definitely.
Dude, just bother me. Please bother me. Like it's okay. Like if I give you that, like not many people have that. So like if I give it to you, I'm saying like open. All I can say is, hey dude, can I call you back? Or hey, can I? That's it, right? Like don't feel like you're ever bothering me. If I said like, yo dude, you're bothering me. But if I say like, dude, it's open, then I encourage you and I want other people, because I never had that. Like I never had anybody. I came in and I was like competition right away, which sucked. I hated it. I didn't mean to be, but it just was the way it was. So I never had any mentors. So
Wow,
Uh,
yeah. So gotcha, man. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that a lot. And same with you. I mean, obviously, I'm not
oh,
an
dude, I'm gonna pick your
experienced.
brain. I'm gonna call you all the time, bro. I'm gonna call you and you're gonna be like, dude, I'm busy. I'm busy, Matt, dude. I told you how to do it.
No,
Dude, just
never,
crack the mat. Just crack
never busy in this case, man. That would be awesome. So,
for
definitely if
sure.
you have questions about specific stuff, because
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, no, no. I'm gonna be calling you.
text and stuff. So,
I'm gonna be calling you, zooming you. So don't worry. I'll be
yeah.
like, dude, you see right here? I'm in applicate. I'm trying to do the mat.
Yeah, man. I mean that, keep me in mind for projects too would be great. And just to,
Absolutely.
that's what you saw me do. That's just
I
a
know.
small portion of what I have in the arsenal, man.
I
And I
already
can
know.
always learn things in a snap of a finger. Honest to God. Honest to God.
I know where your brain's at. Very intuitive. So like, you're very intuitive. So I vibe with you, man, and I already know what you're kind of where you're
Yeah.
going. You know what I mean? And anything's the limit with you. I already know that. Just give you a little couple hours, maybe a day for like the really advanced stuff.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. If not, you'll figure it out something similar, and you'll be like, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, I just tend to figure stuff out with this stuff. I'm not very smart with with like math or English or whatever, but with this stuff I can figure it out. If I can't get it in the first day, whatever, but I'll eventually figure it out on my own.
What are your computer specs? What do you have?
Computer specs. I have well, I'm not very smart when it comes to like computer equipment. I have
Well, like just like what do you have? Like yeah. I mean, RAM, processor. Like what do you? I mean, you kind of juiced up, or are you running a?
I got a new one about like 6 months ago, and it's oh my god, for after the rendering, like oh my god, and it was just a little bit over I believe it was a little under 3,000, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe just about 3,000, but it really wasn't too expensive for what it can do. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'll send you.
Is it a Hackintosh? Is it a PC? Is it a Mac?
It's a Dell. It's a Windows.
Yeah,
Windows 10.
yeah, for sure.
I'm a Windows guy. I'm
Yeah,
using
yeah,
Mac
no.
right now though to Zoom.
No, but like I totally understand. I totally understand. I mean, just for me, because when I was like your age and now, like I always had my parents, like at that time, I was like, Dad, you have to buy me a computer that can keep up with my brain. Because if I have to render and I forget an idea, Dad, like you don't understand. He's like, what are you talking about?
No, exact. No, the rendering is really amazing on this computer. So I'll send you the specs later. I got you. I'll look it up.
All right. Well, tell your parents, your dad, your siblings. You have siblings?
Yeah, I have a younger brother and a younger sister. Yep.
Awesome. You're the one to look up to, man. So you're doing right by them. That's cool, bro. Tell your family I said hello, and I'm gonna go back and get back to another like 10 hours of editing.
Oh man. Well, all right. Well, I mean, I just want to thank you again so much for the opportunity for working on a project of this magnitude. I know you didn't know how old I was, but
Hey, that's
amazing.
that's the tip with me. All right, this we got a lot more to go. All right.
That would be amazing. Honestly, man, like you have no idea how crazy this is.
Have you seen the Hobson video?
The what?
Hobson video, where I put his whole body together. It was all crazy visual effects. He starts as just a head with like all these wires, and then his body comes.
Wow. Is that on your account?
Yeah. Check that one out. It's pretty. It's pretty. That one was like next level.
Gotcha, man.
Kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. Like something that like I mean I'm sure that was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe. So like now it can fully.
Yeah.
But maybe something like that in the future, like to the next 10th.
Yeah. I mean, we could maybe get a Zoom call or something going with Creature and Alessandra. That'd be cool to talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach out to them. Actually, I'll put us all in an email right now.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool. So I hope you don't. Do you mind if I post some of this on my?
Only if the girls go to my fans only Matt Alonzo. You already know what
it is. I can include a link. I'll put a link. I'll definitely tag you though, of course.
Absolutely, yeah. Tag me, fans only, girls only. DM me, girls only. You already know what it is, Matt Alonzo. Everything hashtag Matt. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Gotcha, man.
Absolutely, dude. I appreciate you. I gotta jump back to this edit, unfortunately.
Yeah, no problem.
But
all right. Well, I want to thank you again. Take care, man. I'll talk to you. All right.
All right, dude.
All right. Peace.
Peace.